Hello, this is Thomas Südpacker speaking. Following areas are related to mobile testing. This is the test management, manage, the concrete test automation on a mobile device, automate, and service virtualization to virtualize backends and engage feedback in an early stage.
Use test management, service virtualization, and functional testing in combination. We will start with the test management. This is the Rational Quality Manager. The Rational Quality Manager enables you to know the requirements you have to test, to plan your tests, to construct your tests, and to execute tests and examine the results. When you open the Quality Manager, you start with the project dashboard. The dashboard can easily be configured to your needs. With the hover capability, you can easily access the information and take a preview. Out-of-the-box widgets like requirements tracing enable you to get a clear overview how the requirements coverage of test cases is. Also how many test executions are planned for each requirement. With the Pacman pie chart, you can verify your coverage of your test plan on the given requirements. The dashboard as a single point of entry provides you also the information of the status of the development tasks. You can monitor the execution status of your tests, how many tests are currently planned and which tests are failed. Observe the execution trend over the time. Be informed about the related bugs and defects. Get a clear overview about the environments and the planned tests related to these test environments. Include the quality assurance for mobile applications and devices to your dashboard and be informed which bugs were found with the quality assurance. Now we will take a closer look to the integrated usage of functional testing and test virtualization with the Rational Quality Manager. Therefore, we will examine the test execution we use for functional test of our application. A test execution knows the test plan, the test case, and the scripts we use for the test run. Rational Quality Manager is test plan centric. In the test plan, you can define your relevant sections like in a document. Here on the left-hand side, these are the sections we are currently using. Using categories to group and organize the test plans, knowing the requirements to be tested, we also need to know the time schedule for test execution. Therefore, we have the test schedules.
The plan also contains a test environment we will use for testing. In our case, Android and iOS. For sure, the test cases are a very important part of the test plan. The test plan also contains the concrete test execution we have planned for the test cases. Now let us go back to the test execution where we started from. Inside the test execution, we also see the related test case. Let us take a look to this test case. The test case describes what to test, and the related test scripts to the test case describe how we will do the test. We can do the test manually or with test automation. The manual test contains the concrete test steps. In the test automation, we will automate the concrete test steps. This we have already done in our Rational Test Workbench for the mobile testing stuff. First, we will execute our test manually. This could be the case if test automation is not available. Now we will select the manual test for the test execution. When the manual test execution is started, the manual test steps are shown in front of us, and the actual step is highlighted. The manual script is written in rich text format and can contain pictures, files, and additional information. We will follow the steps which are written in our manual test script on our mobile device. In this case, we will not really do that. We will just say OK for some steps and highlight that it's also possible directly to create a defect if we observe a failure in a step directly and associate the defect directly to this test step inside the test script for the test execution. Inside the defect, we will identify where did we find this failure, and already the information which test case, which requirement, plan are already associated to the defect. We also can provide our observation directly inside the defect, and the developer will directly get the information of the result of our test execution when we finished our test run. When we finished our test, the detailed result log will be available. Let us examine this result log. The result log contains all the information about our concrete test execution. As you can see, also the defect we have associated to our last step. Let us go back to the test execution we started with and we examined. Remember, we want to do the concrete test automation and using service virtualization in context of Quality Manager. Now we select the test automation we want to use. This is our test automation we have recorded before inside the Rational Test Workbench. We will start this test directly from the Rational Quality Manager through the web interface. To be independent from our backend system, we defined a service virtualization to provide us data and services for our mobile application so that we can focus on the functional testing of the front end. Service virtualization is running and available for usage. Now we will bind this stub to our test execution inside Rational Quality Manager. Inside the test execution of the Rational Quality Manager, we will select our stub we will use for the test execution with our functional testing, and we will execute the test. When we start the test execution, the execution recognizes that the stub is already running, and we will use the existing stub and we will not start a new session. Now the Rational Quality Manager starts using an adapter directly the test inside the Rational Test Workbench, as you can see. We will observe on our mobile device where the Rational Test Workbench client is installed and on passive mode, the test execution. Inside the Quality Manager we directly can see the progress of the test execution itself. It shows us how many steps are taken and how many users are currently working on these tests. Now the test is in progress and will be executed on the mobile device. This is the integrated usage of test management, functional testing, and service virtualization. The technical implementation of the service virtualization and the functional testing is done in effective tools. Important planning and organization for all your tests is done on the central point inside Quality Manager, and you can observe the progress. And of course, examine test results on a central place inside Quality Manager. Take a closer look to the test result. The test result contains all result logs which were created inside the Rational Test Workbench. We will examine the HTML result log for our mobile test. We have one failure, and let us take a closer look to this failure. There is a difference between the expected value and the actual value for the displayed name inside our application. We will create a defect to our observation inside the result log we have examined.
The defect provides the full traceability to the test case, test plan, the associated requirement, and we will document our observation inside the defect. We will track the test progress on the dashboard on manual or automated tests. This was the integrated usage of test management, functional testing and test virtualization. I hope this was useful for you, and thanks for watching.